She's here for training.
This is Mark A. Back Effect, State Effect. Always will be in effect. And look who I'm here with. Red Leg, Mr. King Red Leg. King Red Leg. The massive, the incredible, the one and unforgettable HOUSE House. CSM R House. You know what R stands for? Retired. Not expired, retired. We sitting here sipping on some Woodford Reserves. America, this is Mark A. Back in effect. Mark A. Stay in effect. Mark A. will always be in effect.
Life is a bus, so the service a must. They make you turn up your phone before you get off the bus and make you wanna go home, dog. There's nowhere to run, so you must sleep through day 0 to get to day 1. And 9 weeks later, the basic shit done.
You just can't say, I'm gonna throw you away. I can't throw you away, no, because no one threw me away.
That's right.
They said, hey, I see potential. But regardless if I see potential, you still are a family, because there's only 1% that joins the military. Only 1% protects the world, our way of life. 1% at any given time.
Less than 1%.
Yeah.
It's like point.
But we're 1% nation. 1% of nation is eligible and will protect this country to the fullest. Everybody may say, I would do this and do that, but how many actually did this and did that? How many people actually going to say, hey, let me do this for you? I give all my rights to do this for you, my country, my family, my friends, my enemies who do not like me who I am. They may see, I don't like your color, I don't like the way you talk, I don't like where you're from. But we still do this to say, hey, we preserve your rights to say that. Yeah. And if anybody comes to mess with that, we will stand in front of you. We would take that bullet for every one of you to maintain your freedom in your way of life.
The question is this. You say less than 1%, which I agree with you. But what is the percentage of people retiring out of that 1%?
1%?
Woo! Less than that.
Yeah. We're just saying, it's the same people.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I can say it's the same people. The ones who actually did those 20 plus years, even those who didn't 20 plus years, but they forced retired them because of injuries, they're still retired. They still put everything they had into it. And you're right, I think less than 1% serve the military at a given day. So then less than 1% are retired from the military who spend those 20 plus years. It's not because, hey, we're trying to get a paycheck. It's because we saw that our country our people need this. Yes. And I don't tell people by color or by race. I said our people as a conglomerate of the United States. We got people who from our country who came into the military to serve this country and to fight. It may be they fight against their own country because they would believe in our Constitution.
That's right.
And our Constitution was given by our forebearers. Yep. And we say, hey, we believe in that Constitution. Okay? We're going to fight for that Constitution. We'll give all our rights up for that Constitution. So all men, women will be treated equal, no matter what, and safeguard their beliefs.
Question. And you came to basic training what year?
It was September 1st, 1982.
1982. I was 11 years old. Okay, 1982, I was 11 years old. Okay, now, out of your basic training class, do you remember the number of personnel that's in your class?
And as far as a couple
basic training.
No, I know my batteries consist of, we was in Delta 1 First Cannon Training Battalion. Yeah. Delta was in 4th Platoon. I was 4th Platoon, Delta 1.
Approximately.
And there was, if I look at it, the numbers, 35, 40 people.
35, 40 people. Out of those 35, 40 people, okay, as time goes on, after 33 years of active duty active duty service.
Only 3 of us stayed in.
Only 3 of you guys say out of 30.
Now I see the name. I went back and looked at the pictures. It was so good about the new systems. You can look up everybody that you with, like going through your album, put their names in.
Yeah.
They tell you still active duty or not, how long they served. And I was found out only 3 of us. One of my partners, Sergeant Major, like myself. Mm-hmm. Well, actually 2, because Rosales is my buddy.
Oh, Rosales is Ranger 1.
But he wasn't in the same platoon I was in. He was in the platoon. So
Ranger 1.
My platoon.
Yeah,
Ranger 1. I love you, boy.
Yes.
But
Stephen Rosales.
You are mine.
Yeah, Stephen Rosales.
Stephen Rosales.
Ranger 1.
I said, look.
Fisted.
He was 13 Bravo who was light, he went fist. Okay, I got you. You got it.
Yeah.
But 3 of us stayed in.
3 of us. So 3 out of 30
to 40 people.
30 to 40 people in your platoon.
Yep.
What's the percentage of that? That's like...
You look at us again.
That's less than
under
10%.
1%.
That's like 1%.
That's under 1%.
Yeah. So out of that 35 people that basic training, only like say 3 people retired, 25, 30, 20, over 20. You know, so like, it's fortunate, and the reason why I came up with that conversation is because it's fortunate because I'm trying to figure out like all those years, 33 years of active duty service to this country, and 3% or 1%, less than 1%, 35 people in basic training, and 3 retired after 20. 2 of them are sergeant majors. All those years, the 35. So that means that's approximately 32 people. What happened to that? Either got out, went back to college, got a job. Some of them got out, got degrees and successful in their careers. But how many of them were carried out? How many of them were forced out? How many of them were,
QMP.
They
said
quality management control process or whatever it is. So when you retire, I go back and say, when you retire, you are an elite. It really is high because you've done all those things in your life. You know what I mean? You've been through, you suffered and everything else. You neglected. You got probably divorces, remarriage.
Yes.
You probably got, your kids hate you. You probably went through all these different things because why? Because you sacrificed.
Yes, you do. You sacrifice a lot. You sacrifice, marriages. I had 3. Hey, it happens. I have my children. I was a single parent as a first sergeant. My son was with me. I was a single parent. He was with me. He was right with me. He used to watch my kids with me. He see me come in as a first sergeant. I was there at 5 o'clock in the morning. My kids were in daycare. I got up early, got them daycare. Never missed a beat. I didn't say, hey, I can't do it if you can't do it. You can't do it, I can't do it. When I got COP, I'll be in meetings. I have my kids go pick them up, bring them back to work. And guess what? First Sergeant Reed was there. He said, hey, I got this. They play pool. He taught my son how to play pool. He played Barbie dolls with my baby girl. And he'd be there, and my kids be there till like 9 o'clock. I'm a first sergeant. I finished my paperwork. My kids there with me. They're not even in the kindergarten. But even when they got to kindergarten, I had to do the same thing. I made the first day of my son in kindergarten. Talked to have a child care provider, had paperwork done. Something happens to me. But I did the job. Never missed a beat. Never missed a time. Never was late. Always there. My kids suffer because sometimes they didn't have a dad in the field. Sometimes lose a month. Well, I had to have a child care provider system prepared for my kids to watch them. Funding and accounts, all there. I can't be there to get them here to my mother, and sister, take care of them if I need to be. Send it to them. I had those programs established for them. I neglected them a lot. I neglected a lot of family time for military because I had not one, but two families. My blood family and my military family. Was my blood family more important than my military family? No. Was my military family more important than my blood family? No. Because any given moment where we go, my military family was prepared to give a life to save me. I was prepared to give my life to save each and every one of them. And I had to talk to my kids all the time, my kids and babies, and let them know if dad doesn't come home, it's not because I didn't want to come home, because I had to make sure somebody else made it home. Don't hate anyone. Don't feel sorry. Just, I want you to go to be the best people that you can be, best citizen you can be, most productive. Not to hate the military, but to love it because all your rights are defended. And you can do what you want to do, say what you want to say. If you want to serve, serve. And that was the Marines. And that's what we do.
Real deal, Holyfield. Speaking from the heart. Talking about sacrifice. Talking about sacrifice, talking about perseverance, talking about resiliency, talking about political, talking about politicians, you talking about data and economical. Society, you need to know what we've been through. You really, really, really need to know that. And soldiers, you need to basically express it. You know what I mean? Express this in an articulate way that people could understand. This is very, very important because it's about feelings. It's about what you endured within your heart and what you saw within your eyes and what goes through your mind. So it's heart, sight, and mind. You know what I mean? 35 personnel in 1982 graduate basic training and only 3 retired as a 20-year career. And the amount of stuff as 33 years went on, 3 marriages, single parent, was a first sergeant. And he's not telling a fib because I've seen it as a specialist, private PFC specialist and corporal. You know what I mean? The perseverance and dedication that he just had, this sergeant major retired, had with his children and his battery. And did he make his battery successful? It was overly successful because that battery was the one that birthed me to become who I am today as a retired master sergeant. However, on a 3-star staff, 8th Army as a G35 sergeant major, future operations sergeant. So, and I'm just one. I'm one of few that is some ones that are still in, that are persevering in their career and at high echelons, that are the ones that make decisions or in the conversation or in the room to make decisions. That's what mentorship is about. And that's what this man has done to a few, not a few, many. We got a first sergeant, Bryce. We got, Bryce is down at Fort Lewis. He's a master sergeant and a private. Came in under this man's tenure. Okay, and that's just one. Just one of you.
That's right. It humbles me when they make it.
Yep. It wasn't about him. It wasn't about this man. It was about the people below him. To bring them up to where, bring those up to where he was at and higher. That's what you leave a legacy for. That's what you legacy.
It doesn't matter what race you are. In the Army, military, the race is Army. It doesn't matter what color you are. The color of the Army is multicam, OD green, camouflage. It don't matter what sex you are, male, female, they'll get it done. Why? Because you're doing your job as a soldier, not as what you were born with. Doesn't mean nothing to me. You're a soldier. You're a soldier who dedicated their lives to serving others. And if you look beyond yourself and you see how you help others, the big picture, then you're a leader.
Period.
Because leaders don't think about self.
Period.
They think about others and the families of others and how to make sure we affect in a good way how those others feel. There's a lot of people out there who are leaders. Right? And those who are there who are not leaders, we're trying to mentor to be leaders, mentors. Grab every leader by your side. Every leader, there's something they need to learn every day. And there's also what you need to do while you're talking to your senior leaders, talk to your subordinates. There's something you need to learn. Because every generation changes. Every generation learns a different way. And as a leader, you have to figure out, again, how to motivate them their way to do the mission that has to be accomplished. You want them to want to do the mission, not because you're telling them to, because they see that it's part of them that the mission has to be accomplished. You have to show them that without them, the mission is not going to be accomplished. Things will go bad. You want them to work, say, hey, I'm part of this car. If I have a wheel with 5 spokes, if I break one, it gets weak. If I break 3, it's going to collapse. So that's how you get a trick. You got to teach them and train them and enforce it and get the feedback. And even as leaders, one thing we have to learn also, we have a problem with. When people give us negative feedback, we try to throw it away. No, take the negative feedback, turn it positive, and fix it. You gotta take it, turn it positive, make it fix it, because they're only telling you the truth of how they feel.
Don't take it for granted.
Right.
Listen.
Forget it. Listen.
That's what I have to do.
Again,
Listen.
you can't be a leader of one. You're not going to get anywhere. Show me one war that was won with one leader. You won't find nothing in history. Nothing.
Nope.
Wars are won because we have soldiers who are team members and understand that we're one person who affects 1 million people plus.
You like King Solomon up in this motherfucker, man. You building a goddamn temple.
Yeah, we're talking about that temple.
Yeah, we talking about that temple. You know,
and with the temple,
yep.
It's like we talk about the temple. You go for when they build a temple,
357
everybody has to have a job.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody has to have a faith, and everybody has to have works. Just like the military, work, faith without works is nothing. And what I mean, faith without works, if your supervisor give you a task to do, and you don't have the faith in them, or what they're accomplishing, if your subordinates will have faith in you, where's the work going to come from? So they have to believe in you. They have to believe that you're going to take care of them. And they believe that you're going to treat us as not just individuals, but you're going to see them as a team who's there to support you. You got to know the individual traits of each one to show them that each person is different and you can motivate them differently. Because everyone is different. You can't motivate people the same way. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
If you learn them, you listen to them, you talk to them, you keep them abreast of everything that's going on, they will always work. Not for you.
With you.
With you.
There it is. With, not for,
Remember,
with.
as a leader, they're not working for us. This is not what's the country? This is not Ford, General Motors, where we had CEOs. Yes, we had general officers. Okay, we have 06 brigade commanders, 05 battalion commanders. But we're all working with a common goal. We're not trying to put money in our pockets. We're trying to get whatever America says we have to do. We're trying to get that fixed. We go in and we do what our president and what they say we need to do to get done, to get it fixed.
Forcefully.
So we have to do that. And so, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that we have to be a family. We have to talk to each other. We have to agree with each other. We sometimes have to agree to disagree. We got to put all our bad feelings aside and say, hey, they're not trying to mess us over. And we got to make sure as leaders, we don't try to mess each other over. We're not trying to go for our career enhancement, but the safety of our soldiers to get them back to their families, which is our family. That is what leadership is.
You said it right there. I can't even express it no more.
Because the soldiers took care of me.
That's right. Soldiers take care of you. Okay. Leadership 101. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, motherfucker taught me. You know what I mean? And I'm successful. I retired out of the United States military. Right? The leadership 101. Leadership 101. What is leadership 101 to you?
Oh, yeah. Leadership 101 to me is, they say that you're getting the soldiers to do the job they're supposed to do, influence them to do the right thing. But leadership to me is knowing your soldier, caring about your soldier, caring about what goes on in your soldiers' lives. And if you care about them, you show them you care. That you're not just there for the military, that you're there for them, their family, their moms, their dads, their brothers and sisters. That it goes beyond military, it goes into family. And once you bring it as a family, that you have a new family, it's not just your blood family. Everyone in the military is your family. It's by treating them as family, they will grow. You teach them the right from the wrong, because you made your mistakes. You know how you didn't go to jail for your mistakes. You don't want to get them there for your mistakes, and you I don't know. It's hard to say. Leadership is getting that family to work together. It's not influence them to do the right thing. It's getting them to work on the right thing. And guess what? Once they know the right from wrong, they will teach everybody else right from wrong. They will always go to the right. They know the wrong is quick. The right may take a year or so, but it's better to take the year to go the right way. And then in 5 minutes, do the right way. Come back. Now you have to take the year and 5 minutes to go the right. So that is me, my leadership.
And that's the real deal. That means basically stating is that it may not take you a year to make the next rank. It may take you 2-3 years to make the next rank, right? Or 4 or 5 years to make the next rank. But when you do make the next rank, it's going to be beneficial to you. But as long as you realize that it takes a village to raise a child, because you can't do nothing alone, and you keep saying I. It's not really you. It's what you build. It's what you build. Okay, and then it's we. It's we.
That's right.
Because you can never do anything alone.
You can never. The Lone Ranger, they may have said the Lone Ranger, but they had Tonto. So he was not alone. Someone had his back.
Yep.
When he didn't think about it, when he was under fire, Tonto had his back.
Yep.
So
Even when you on a desert by yourself, the first thing that you think about is your family. Your family, your friends. Okay, I gotta survive for my children. Okay? That means you have somebody. So you always have somebody. You know what I mean? And there's always somebody that's gonna be guiding you. Something, a supreme being.
Yes.
That's gonna be guiding you to do the right thing. You know, and that's, to be honest with you, that is actually what it's all about. I said to you previously that, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. Okay? As you become a man, you get to create your own village.
That's right.
By picking and choosing who you need to be around, okay? And less than 2% of America is rich. Less than 2% of America, every organization that you go to is successful. Do you want to be a part of that 2%, or do you want to be a part of that 98%? It's up to you, okay? We give you the jewels, you just go ahead and go through it. You know what I mean? Trust me when I tell you this. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You know, Ep7, Mark A back effect. Stay in effect, always will be in effect.
Yes.
9 weeks later, the basic shit done. And then 5 weeks later, I'm in unit 1 like you son of a what? This body boy done earned him a gun. Make you think about home and who all lost their life to a gun. Shit.
I'm sitting here eating some pizza, chilling. With my mentor. This shit got red on it. Why? Because we red legs.
Red leg.
Red legs. Red legs.
He got red legs all day long.
Look at the dick is red. The red legs.
He's got red sauce.
You got red sauce. You got red shirts.
Look.
We drinking red drinks. Look, it is what it is. Red doesn't necessarily mean bad. Not at all. Just chilling.
Retired. Am I right? Some guns, they ain't going nowhere.
Ep7. See you soon.